Good morning, or whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Thank you for joining me for this session. This session is primarily for Canadians while they're coming up to an election. I asked my spirit guides this morning if I should do some questions on the two candidates that are running. Well, there's 4 candidates that are running, but 2 are the likely of the leaders. And areas that I want to focus on, I'm going to start with Mark Carney. I'm going to focus on his career qualifications, his potential leadership strengths, his ability to handle economic pressure and foreign adversaries, and his impact on Canada's future in the middle class. So before I start, I want to explain how the pendulum works. So you'll see the pendulum is shaped with a tip on it, so you can see the tip. What happened to my light? Okay, so it's got a tip on it. I put the pendulum over my finger and I hold it with my thumb away from my other fingers, and it centers in the white circle. I think my battery is dying on my light. Hold on. Let me plug in my light. It's always something. Yep, it went out again. So let's plug it in. Oh, come on. There it is. Okay. There we go. We have light. You can hear the birds chirping here. I am Canadian, but I am not in Canada. So the pendulum sits in the center, and when it starts, it usually starts giving a turn, which is really basically a hug for me and all the viewers. And when we're ready to start, I tell it to center. Get my arm in a position where it does not move the pendulum. So it's over my finger, held by my thumb. Center. When I ask it a yes or no question, no is left to right, like it's doing. Yes is up and down. If it can't tell me the answer, it will go in a counterclockwise circle. Yeah, counterclockwise circle. Come on, spirit guides, wake up. Counterclockwise circle. There you go. Sometimes they're a little slow in the mornings. Right now they don't seem to have much energy. Are you there? Yes, okay. And maybe would be a clockwise circle. Or a big hug if it's really strong. It will use the letters when I ask it to use the letters, and it will point to each letter. Typically, if I say the letter out loud and it's correct, they will move to the next letter. The same with the numbers, the same with the months, and the same with the days of the week. I have questions that are yes or no for Mark Carney. And so let's get started. Are you ready, spirit guides? That's a question to you. Are you ready, my spirit guides? Yes. All right, now you can center. No, maybe. Center. Perfect. Okay. First question, has Mark Carney's experience at the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England prepared him to lead Canada through financial instability? The answer is yes, thank you. Is Carney's background in economics a valuable asset for navigating trade wars and inflation? Yes. Would Mark Carney be a more capable leader than his rivals when facing global economic threats like Donald Trump or protectionist policies? Yes. Is Mark Carney's personality better equipped to deal with the strongman type personality like Donald Trump? Yes. Would Carney's leadership style appeal to moderate and centrist voters who value stability over ideology? Yes. Does Carney have a clear plan to protect and grow Canada's middle class through long-term economic planning? Yes. Is innovation, education, and job growth to build a stronger domestic economy not something Carney would prioritize? No. Could Carney's leadership restore Canada's global reputation in diplomacy and economic policy? Yes. Would Carney be seen as a calm, steady leader in times of international uncertainty or conflict? Yes. Is Mark Carney a type of personality that would lose his control in a heated debate? No. Could Mark Carney do a debate with Pierre Poilievre in French? Is his French much better today than it was, say, 6 months ago? Yes. Does Mark Carney believe in Canada having a bilingual country? English as a first language and French as a second language? Yes. Does he believe that Quebec should have the same format, although reversed, French as their first language and English as their second? Yes. Is Carney likely to balance climate action with economic protection for workers and businesses? Yes. Would Carney's past roles make him more trusted by financial institutions and global investors? Yes. Is Carney more focused on long-term national resilience than short-term political wins? Yes. Is Mark Carney the strongest leadership option for undecided Canadians concerned about affordability, stability, and global risk? Yes. So that's my questions for Mark Carney. And let me ask one more. Is there any conflict of interest that Mark Carney has from his past business affiliations or companies that he's worked for, managed, owned in terms of running the Canadian economy and the country. No. Would Mark Carney always put Canada first? Is Carney for the people or for himself? Let me rephrase that. I'm going to give you a multiple choice question. A. No, I can't do it that way either. If Mark Carney had to choose between Canada and the people versus himself, who would he choose? A, being Mark Carney, and B, being Canada. Are you pointing to B? If you're pointing to B, give me a yes or no. Yes. Thank you very much. Oh, hold on. Let me ask other questions. There's a lot of campaign smearing going around. Is that just garbage propaganda? If people hear any of those propaganda statements, if they look it up on Google and did their homework, would they find out that it's just propaganda? Yes. So fact check, people. It's important because campaigns can be dirty. So those are my questions for Mark Carney. So let me stop this recording and